listening to The Nasty Table, the premier source for tabletop role-playing actual play. Now come on in, relax, and pull up a seat to The Nasty Table. Please be sure to follow us on social media. We're active on Twitter, Instagram, Facebook, YouTube, and TikTok at The Nasty Table. Last session on The Nasty Table.
The baby has been born. Baby's healthy, Nancy's healthy? No.
Happy Labor Day.
The child was born slightly prematurely. There's a limb deficiency. If we think that there's some sort of heart problem, it's only the at the beginning. There's no at the end.
They tell us the kid has a black heart. Where does that put us?
You need to get her to sign that confession.
They lost the baby.
Would there be any reason that we'd be able to get an autopsy on that baby?
You cannot think of a legal reason.
Heart defect, probably inherited. Ask if the heart was fucking black. Can you do that?
I just get free shit all the fucking time.
Dude, I eat a lot of chicken.
That isn't really free.
I eat a lot of Chipotle, but I don't have a rewards plan because
Sort of free.
One time my Chipotle account got hacked, and now I'm just too sketched out to open it back up.
Damn.
Oh, mine did too, but
I
I
have
just did mine again.
Chipotle, or I have
So
Pantera.
you're running it?
I actually have a free burrito right
Well,
now.
I don't know my card on it or anything.
Oh, you
Somebody
No,
ordered.
I just use just the rewards points. I don't know my card.
Somebody
connected.
ordered $200 worth of food in Chicago off of my Grubhub account once.
That's so sick.
Did you get the money back?
Yeah. It never actually got charged because what they did was they replaced it with their own payment method or something. So I think what it did was they were trying to charge whatever card I had on there and then put in their thing afterwards to get the refund. It's like a scam you can do, but yeah, I never got charged for it.
Is it this lighting or does Joe look really tan?
I'm very
fucking
tan. I got
been in the sun for-
I on the vacation that I took in Cape May, I was just outside every single day. How's your vacation?
It was good, man.
You look a little tan too.
I was, but we didn't do
Well,
But we didn't do as many beach trips as I wanted. We were just running around. I was studying Apsukos. My family wanted to see everyone. Nah, we spent so much time visiting family, which was very nice. But I just wanted to be at the beach, man.
I remember, I think it was the time before this time that you went, where there was a video that you put on your Snapchat of just a bunch of people outside late at night, eating food. That seems so comforting. Just hanging out with and you're in the middle of a town and people are singing and dancing and shit.
We went to one that was even bigger than the one from last year. I should have been more prevalent on social media this time because this party was this is the dude with the bouzouki. We were in the highest elevated village on the whole island. So you're high up and you can just see far away the ocean's all the way over there, and there's other villages all over lit up at night.
That's crazy.
he was
And it was just so cool. There was just line dancing and there was a band, except it was a bouzouki band, like a lute type of instrument. So sick. It's fucking awesome.
Does Greece party hard?
I think that they do.
Yeah. Are they big dancers?
They're big fucking dancers.
That's so fucking sick, dude.
Yeah, it is cool.
You eat a lot of lamb?
I had... Yeah.
Oh, I just opened something up. Let's go.
The house that my mom grew up in,
lamb.
her neighbor, they still live there. And there's a lamb. That
A real live lamb?
Yeah, he
You didn't eat him? Wait, was he live and you took a picture of him live and then you ate him?
No, but we took a picture of
did
his
you guys
kids.
slaughter him? Oh, really? Okay.
So the guy's name is
I was
Dimitri.
gonna say, did they slaughter him in front of you and then you ate him?
No, but they just slaughtered the goat,
so-
and then we showed up, and he was hanging it at the window, so at the door, literally at the front door. You can't walk in the house unless you crawl under the goat.
That's badass.
And it was completely skinned and dripping in blood.
Oh my god.
And when he walks out, he's got a fucking an apron on, and there's just blood all over the cooking apron.
Fucking so metal.
Dude,
Was he family?
Yeah, he's like a second cousin or first or second cousin.
That's
for
fucking
my mom.
awesome.
Yeah, sick.
I want to.
How do they
I wanna
slaughter
live
it?
like that, dude?
They grab it by the chin, slice its throat,
God, it's
hold
so
its chin
metal.
up. Dude, I know.
It's not even like
It's like a
not even
normal
they find
thing.
out like they like bop it on the head and it just dies real quick. It's just like no, they slice its throat and they put a bucket underneath to collect the blood.
Well, I think like the quicker you get the blood out, like it's supposed to be like better for the meat or something. That's why they like hang them upside down so they can bleed them completely.
Really, I didn't know that.
Yeah.
Anyway,
I can't imagine slicing
So
a
here-
fucking goat's throat.
Here he is showing a little lamb to like there's like a little girl in the picture.
Cute.
That's
He's
Luna.
gonna get his
He's showing a
fucking
little
throat
lamb.
sliced
He's like,
one
look
day.
how cute the lamb is.
It's so cute. That's its
And
offspring.
now I'm gonna show you guys Dad. Where's Dad at?
come on out, daddy.
Jesus Christ.
I love my daddy.
Help. Help. Ah.
This might take a second. Oh yeah, here's Dad.
Is Dad dead? Oh, Dad's so dead.
That's awesome.
Wow.
Was it tasty?
Yeah, it was
Yes.
good. It was good, but these guys are like straight up farmer. Like everything you eat is from their farm, so like it definitely didn't taste like. It was like
Wait, I need to look at his eyes.
not like
again.
processed type of food, which was very good.
Dude, I can't with the eyeball.
Is his tongue sticking out?
It is. Oh, it's so fucking metal. Here you go.
It's crazy.
What do they drink there? What's like the alcohol of choice?
Every house you go to, like, if there's a man there that lives there, he's like, yo, you gotta try my wine. Yo, you
Yeah?
gotta try my wine.
Really?
Yo, you gotta try my Raki.
What's Rocky?
Raki is like, it's like the moonshine of Greece, pretty
Okay.
much. And
The liquor.
Yeah, dude, it's fucking, it rips.
Is it?
Does
It's,
it?
it's
Yeah.
distilled.
It's distilled and it's like fermented grapes most of the time.
Oh,
They
so
sit it out.
it's kind of like a brandy.
I don't know. I'm not sure.
Did you try it?
I did try it.
What did it taste like?
It tasted like brandy. It kind of tasted like brandy.
Because the way that they make brandy is they like distill basically wine.
Yeah.
They ferment grapes and then distill it. That's brandy.
Yeah, I don't know how it works, but I figure that like while they're making wine, they
They just,
might
like,
as
take
well
a
get
little bit
Raki
and they're
going.
like-
Yeah,
Isn't Greek Easter like a big thing?
it is.
Do you go crazy for Easter here?
I don't, and like, but in Greece it's like bigger than Christmas.
Because they're
Yeah.
hardcore. They're hardcore Catholic there, right?
Greek Orthodox.
Greek Orthodox.
Basically
that's right,
Catholic,
yeah.
except they speak Greek in the
Yeah.
churches. So
So we have been away for 3 weeks, but if I could have a recap of the last session, if you guys even want to go back further, so you can jog your memories a little bit. Go ahead.
I want to. I have something for the table before we do this.
Oh yeah.
I do, and I was gonna surprise you guys, but I would just completely fumble the bag if I tried surprising you guys like mid-session with it. So, Roy has an obsession with Cuban cigars. Swishes sweets. They're tiny Cubans. They're tiny Cubans. All right. They're tiny Cubans.
That's fucking awesome.
So we got some Cuban cigars
Let's go.
for everybody.
Let's fucking go.
That's great.
So
That's
Yeah.
beautiful.
Did you get them in Greece?
I did, yeah, because they're legal in Greece. So,
Oh wow,
Yeah.
that's fucking
Wow.
sick.
Apparently, this is like a good Cuban cigar manufacturer.
Wow.
That's beautiful.
I'm
That's
ready
fucking-
to bust down right now.
Got it.
Hell
We
yeah.
have to do this.
Hell yeah.
God damn, that spike that Joe's gonna see on the recording when we all get excited about Cuban cigars. It's a wall.
That's beautiful.
Hell yeah.
And those aren't no fucking gas station swishers, man.
They're no Swisher sweets, you know what I'm saying?
Thank you.
Yeah, dude.
Got some swishers. Thank you to Roy.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, thank you.
Of course. Of course.
Nice. It's not bad at all. It's tight as fuck.
Very tight. I am rocking.
I mean, I think it's this
so far as I see it. It was this crime ring that that was prevalent 5-ish years ago, 6 years ago, and then they went underground or just didn't operate in our area. But now they're prevalent in Linwood Falls, around us, and we're not sure, but we think that they're tied to murders, child sex, not crimes. Fucking awful. Murders of adults too, and that goes all the way up to the top. There's connected people saving these guys.
Murder, rapist, pedophile, cultists.
Cultists, bro.
Cultists.
That,
Forgot about that part.
Cultists, yes.
you know, whatever they're pushing, or whatever they're following, maybe has some truth to it. So we saw Caleb get fucking thrown up against the wall and the garage door dented in the quick store.
I was gonna add that there are at least the 4 of us believe that some type of unexplained phenomena is happening.
I think all the unexplained phenomena, like the mysterious events that have happened, were Caleb in the quick store, or in the storage unit.
Chris getting killed.
Chris getting randomly bodied. Carter
Bodied's the
Jennings in his dream. And
His dreams too.
and since we all know now, Caleb is seeing some of these things before the event happens.
Yeah.
So,
I don't know if that's 100% apparent.
no?
I feel like it
I
is
don't-
because
Without revealing more or anything.
Yeah.
Ray would agree that like everyone's, you know, there's other things besides what the general is that we're seeing that is evidence to everyone that it's a paranormal case.
Yeah.
Here is one thing that I will say. And I was going back and forth over the last 2 days whether or not I wanted to tell you guys this, because on one hand, I think it's really cool, but on the other hand, I feel like if I heard it from my DM, I would be pissed off. But I've been going through all the notes for this campaign, and as it is right now, you guys could crack the case with all the available evidence. All the puzzle pieces have been laid out in a way at this point that you guys aren't waiting for anything. Does that make you mad, or does
That makes me fucking furious, Joe, because I'm going to do nothing for the next week besides listen to everything.
Yeah.
Again,
Everything
I think I've listened 4 full times through the podcast.
everything is on the table at this point.
Well, that doesn't really surprise me
Everything is on the
because of Blue
table.
Coda. I think that I don't know. I kind of I figured that we were close. We have a whole fucking lot.
The way
We
I
have
take
dirt on literally so many people.
In a way that you can get your closure and also make a decent case.
Oh, I thought you meant like we're missing something.
Everything.
Yeah.
You say everything's
Oh,
on the
that's
table.
what you are saying.
Yes.
Everything's on the table.
Go fuck
That's
yourself.
available to everyone.
That's
Okay.
tricky.
Okay. That's,
Everything's on the table.
Okay.
Everything's on the table.
Oh, shit.
Yeah,
all
that's how I was. Okay.
So the listeners at home should already have this.
The listeners at
patched up
home,
by now.
you guys can have this
What
fucking
the fuck?
already fucking bagged and tagged.
What were these cigars for? These were trick cigars.
Yo,
Congrats,
that's-
boys. We did it. No, I'm just like-
Listen, not to. I don't want to call that metagaming.
But also-
that's a character decision.
Also-
if you want to share info,
Absolutely.
but that's a thought. Like
To be clear, it's on the table, but I also am saying that because I need to word this like I'm walking through a fucking landmine.
You are.
oh, you are.
Things have been put in motion through your actions or my actions that allow everything to be put on the table. I don't know if it's clear to you guys, but this campaign has been greatly changed in trajectory based off of your decisions, whether you guys know that or not. There were maybe like 3 key ones, and I'm really excited for when we're done and I can like tell you guys all this shit because you guys have changed the trajectory of this campaign through the decisions that you have made. But yes, everything is in motion to be put all on the table, I guess I should say.
All right. Noted.
So, following news of the death of Nancy's newborn, the four of you find yourselves driving back to the station from the home of the late Dr. Weiss Clay. A college professor and man frequently mentioned in Clay's journal, Dr. Bastian Becker, is scheduled to arrive at 5 p.m. It's currently 3:15. And as you're driving, before you arrive, I want to ask if there's anything that you guys say in this car before you get to the station.
Can we stop at McDonald's? Hungry.
Yeah, all
I'm
right.
kidding. I'm kidding.
I'm kidding.
That was Nick. That was not Jerry.
Is there a Wawa around here?
Damn, I wish I had a Cuban.
Safe to say that you guys arrive at the station?
Yeah.
Is Lieutenant's car here?
Yes.
Okay.
You guys exit the car, walk inside, presumably make your way down to the Violent Crimes Unit,
Yeah.
and there you find Lieutenant Longo sitting behind his desk.
Is his door open?
Yeah.
Turn to Roy. I was gonna go through a few theories, just things I wanted to check up on. Am I okay? Talk to him.
Yeah, of course. Don't need permission.
I walk in.
Mm-hmm. Detective O'Connor?
Yeah, I was wondering, with the state police helping us out, they would have records, photograph evidence of homicide cases in the past, correct?
Any homicide cases that they handled, but they don't typically handle many homicide cases in state police.
And us too. I was wondering if we could get an officer on going through evidence pictures. If we could try to match up the body of this Emma Atkins, because she has those ligatures, those burn marks that are apparent if you're looking at the pictures, and see if we can match it up to a similar body in the past.
Well, just in our precinct, or
If we could do both.
state police records too?
Mm-hmm.
All right. I'll reach out to Thornton, and do you have someone you can trust you want to throw on it?
I said this conversation within earshot of everybody.
Sure.
Is there any officer that we have full trust in at this point?
Lang and Gaines in that order, I feel.
Well, Lang just got back. He's got the kid with him. I can put him on it if you'd like.
No, I think we still need her distracted at this point.
I can have her sit in my office.
And
Gaines is still looking through those missing persons reports that you asked him to look into, so...
do we have any reason to believe anybody would want this body?
The baby?
Yeah.
No. Do you?
I'll step up. Do we know where the body's going?
Well, the procedure right now is for Nancy to decide what she wants to do with it. Whether she's gonna pay for a funeral, which, knowing her finances, probably isn't in the question, or if she's gonna have it cremated, which is much more likely. But it's up to her, and we have no effect on what her choice is. Why? Where's your head at?
Somebody's gonna take this thing.
Like they took Bobby?
Yeah.
We can have some eyes on it if that's what you want.
Yeah.
Can we send the body to Davy Jones?
An autopsy has to be requested by the mother.
She's at the hospital? Still.
As far as we know, yeah. But speaking about putting eyes places, same place, Wednesday, swaps. We were talking about maybe putting some people in some places. If you want to give me the A-OK, a couple of places that you guys want me to put officers at, just say the word.
I mean, what locations do we have? Cavalry Club, storage unit, his house, apartment.
Both of their houses.
Same place seems weird to me if it would be at one of their places, right?
Yeah, I think that maybe the houses should be lower on the priority list if we don't have enough people.
Same place seems like a more general location.
Yeah.
I mean, we got about 9 or 10 guys available. So,
I think that'll cover every option we have, right? Yeah, Cavalry Club, storage unit, both houses.
Might as well someone at the trailer park.
Might as well.
I mean, where else were we at? We know, they were communicating through payphone. We don't have any solid evidence that of a meeting place
We don't.
between anybody in this organization.
We don't.
Cavalry Club, both their houses, storage locker, anywhere else?
Trailer park.
Trailer park?
Could I broach one more subject?
Go ahead.
I can't get it out of my head. Winners. Why would he be so bold to take that picture with those men? Those men who, on the surface, look like they were dirt. Meant nothing to nobody. You don't think that was the only way that he was bold?
He has been bold through this whole ordeal. He came in here, broad daylight. Whether or not he knows that we're onto him, I don't know. But what I think, and I'm not a psychologist, but you only take pictures with people you care about.
My bigger point was, I mean, I hope to God the 5 of us aren't the only people in the whole force that have some kind of morality. What if there was somebody that was close to him? Somebody higher up that saw what happened? That'd be willing to talk. Tell us.
The issue is that if you reach out to somebody with that intention and they are not on the same page, it throws a wrench in the whole plans.
Is there anyone you know, Lieutenant, that may have a more accurate moral compass?
In Minneapolis?
Somebody that used to be in Minneapolis.
Our chief?
If you don't want to go about it that way, the only thing that I was thinking is maybe we talk about this rat problem. Maybe we think somebody that's disgruntled was feeding information that they got from Minneapolis to the press. We're looking for a disgruntled employee that quit under strange circumstances that was close to Winners.
I don't know.
Wouldn't this person still be around?
I don't think that he's been doing this just recently. Maybe he's been doing it for years. I don't know if you're willing to talk to anybody. And I know we have to tread lightly, but
About what exactly, though?
find somebody. He has to be branching out. He can't. Do you think he was that careful for that long? Or do you think he shut people down?
Well, I'm confused about what you're asking about. Minneapolis, he's got his trenches dug there. If you're asking about this precinct, I don't even want to get into that. I can't even begin to imagine that.
Somebody that used to know him is what I'm saying. Somebody... I just... Maybe there's a mistake somewhere, is all I'm saying. Maybe he slipped up. He shut somebody down in the past like he did to Duke.
Maybe. I don't know. That's up to you guys, whether that's what you want to do, because that would involve an investigation into Minneapolis, and that would involve you having to go to Minneapolis to do things in Minneapolis, and that's...
Yeah, I know. I didn't know if you had any inroads.
No, not that I can think of. Look, I have more connections than you guys do, but truthfully, I don't have many. They're just all old friends. Judge Turner, Captain Thornton. I don't have anybody in Minneapolis.
We just came from the hospital, right?
You went from the hospital to Weiss Clay's house.
Okay. What time is it?
About 3:30.
Can I begin to go through the D files that I took?
Yes. And like I said, if you spend about 45 minutes to an hour going through these, I'll allow you any access of information that you get off of Demeter and Wikipedia.
Okay, cool.
And I'll also let you know if there's any instances of references towards any of the interested phrases or wordings or iconography.
Okay.
Do we have... We have pictures of those paintings from RJ's house?
Mm-hmm.
What do they look like again? They're very abstract.
They're
Abstract,
patterns.
geometric patterns, sharp edges, a lot of angles.
Okay. Clearly done with a brush, or like
It seems hand painted. They were on canvases.
on canvases.
Yeah.
Okay.
Were they signed?
They were not.
And we saw the back, and they're blank, right?
Yeah.
Would I have to go through Minneapolis to find any reports of like I guess like any misconduct with officers through their department? It wouldn't be
Internal
like
affairs?
Yeah, it would be
Yeah.
their internal affairs, right?
Yeah, they're IA. Set of footsteps on the stairs of the Violent Crimes Unit as walking down a uniformed officer who you have not yet interacted with before on the day shift. He's younger, got black hair, these thick wire-rimmed glasses, and he looks towards Roy and says, Sergeant McNeil, someone's calling on the phone for you.
Sure.
I can patch him through to the line down here, or if you want to talk at the desk.
I'll take it down here. Thank
Okay,
you.
I'll patch it right through. He walks away. A few moments pass, and the phone rings.
I click the speaker button. Put it on speaker.
I don't think there were speakerphones.
Okay. I pick it up. This is Sergeant McNeil.
Well, now I need to know if there are speakerphones.
Yeah, what happens if you just unplug the
Yeah.
the phone plug? Oh, I guess you can't talk.
I guess so.
Yeah, you got speakerphones.
Sweet. I put it on speaker.
Put it on speaker.
Yeah. I say, Sergeant McNeil.
Hey, this is Warden Foster from the Northwest Regional Correction Center. Got something for you. I don't want to talk your ear off, but one of our inmates here says he has some information on one of the guys that you're looking into down there. I skimmed the papers, and it seems like you guys got a heavy case on your hands, but yeah, this inmate, his name's Peter Pena. He's one of our good ones. Says he spent some time with a cellmate down in Hennepin called Ronald Quinnen.
Sorry, what's your name, sir?
Warden Foster, Warden Wayne Foster.
That's crazy. That was the next one.
Peter Pena.
Yeah, Peter Pena.
Nice to meet you, by the way.
Nice to meet you too. Like I said, I don't want to take up too much of your time, and no offense, but I kind of don't want most of mine taken up neither. Yeah, Pena's here. He's I just want to let you know ahead of time. He's well behaved. He's a good kid, but he's a little slow. Not like stupid, but well, the guards kind of see him more like a little brother sometimes. But he's a good kid. He's very interested in the paper, and he saw that article that got posted, so asked if I could give you a call.
Sure. Yeah. He asked if you can call me, so he would like to speak to us?
That's what he says. Normally I'd set up some sort of interview process or anything like that, but we're kind of tied up here, and I'll be honest with you, I don't really feel like filling out a lot of paperwork for that, if that's okay.
No problem at all, Wayne.
I'm more entertaining it for his sake, because he seems pretty excitable about it.
Yeah, put him through. I got the violent crimes unit here, ready to talk to him. So.
Okay. Just give me a couple minutes. I got to get it all set up.
Go ahead. Thank you.
Made a list of notes. That was the one I didn't get to.
Check for RJ. Cellmate. Oh, wow. Shit.
Any conversations that you guys have before the phone's picked up again?
We didn't ask for this guy. This guy's just calling us because he wants to, out of his own passion.
I mean, either they got into something in Hennepin, he made enemies, or I don't know. This could be something to put us off the trail.
Is it a thing at this point? I know it has been a thing in the past. Of like a cellmate giving up information to get a lesser sentence.
Yes.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
I know that was a thing now.
So, before the phone's picked up again, Longo kind of meanders his way over to you guys and starts paying attention to the phone. And a little bit of time passes, maybe a little bit more than you were expecting, maybe about like 3 or 4 minutes, and then the phone picks up. Hello?
Hey, Peter, this is Sergeant Roy McNeil from Linwood Falls Violent Crimes Unit. I'm here with some fellow detectives here, if you guys would like to introduce yourselves.
Yeah. Caleb O'Connor here. Thank you for giving us your time.
Jerry Flores.
Yeah, Detective Raymond Hoyt.
Lieutenant Glenn Longo. Okay, alright. Yeah, I saw in the paper, that guy. I spent some time with him at Hennepin, only a couple of weeks, but it was before I was transferred over to here. I was his cellmate.
You're RJ's cellmate.
Yes.
Okay. So what gives you the means to call us today? What gives you the motivation?
Well, I saw that he might be involved in something bad, and I brought it up with the warden, and warden said he would help me out in the commissary if I gave you some useful information. So, I kind of want to be first in line there.
Sure. Yeah. Thanks for calling us.
You have an idea that there's others that might step forward?
Well, RJ didn't really interact with a lot of people when I was around him. I was mainly the only person that he really talked to when we were in Hennepin, but this was only a couple of weeks.
So, what do you got for us, Peter?
Well, RJ was polite. He was really funny. He talked a lot. And he was smart. He was really smart. I would say academic. He would talk about history and events, and a lot of it went over my head. But he seemed like he had big ideas, and he would talk a lot, mainly to me, like life philosophy. He talked a lot about world peace. Like I said, he didn't really talk to a lot of people. but since we were basically stuck in the cell together. He said he was in there for selling pot, but that he wouldn't be there for too long because he had friends. Told me he was connected to some powerful people, judges and stuff. He said he had those friends because of the people that he worked for, and I think he said some family, some crime, like organized crime. He said he would be more involved when he got out.
In organized crime.
That's what he said, yeah.
So he talked about world peace and all these events. Do you recall what events he would talk about?
Like I said, a lot of it went over my head. I'm not really good with a lot of that kind of stuff, school stuff. He would talk about a colony that went missing before America was made. He would talk about this group of World War II planes that went missing over Bermuda. A lot of, weird, wacky events and stuff like that. But it was mostly philosophy that he would talk about, or what he thought about life.
Okay.
Did it ever seem like he was trying to recruit you into this organized crime?
No. He would tell me stories, I think, to try and, for fun or to have conversation, but he never asked if I would be interested in any of that stuff. I'm in jail for forever, so it's not like I can do much. He knew that too.
Did he ever give any names or extra details about the people that he knew that could help him get out?
No, not those people, but he would talk about things that he was involved with, but not things that he'd done, more like things that he witnessed because of what he was doing or what he was going to do once he got out. It was more like he was telling stories because of the people that he was with. So he would say how they're dangerous and they killed people, and this one time I watched this guy do that. He was bragging about other people, which was weird to me. I do remember that he did mention some of his friends, not like the friends that would get him out, but his other friends. He mentioned a Greek guy and someone nicknamed Killy or Killer or something. I don't remember. It was a nickname. I don't remember.
Is there a mute button on this?
Yeah.
Can I mute it real quick?
Sure.
He said that. Why is he calling again?
He wants to call us and help us out about...
But why?
Said Warden would help him out in commissary.
So he
Only reason I was wondering is because I was like, if he's getting a lesser sentence, he's already in jail forever. Why would he?
Yeah.
That's a little weird. But never mind. Unmute.
So his friend's nickname was like Killer or something?
Killer. Talked about how he was dangerous and that Greek guy was dangerous.
Did he ever talk about what these people would do? Like, detailed?
No. Well, maybe it was detailed, but at the time I wasn't really paying attention to the details. There were stories about kidnapping people and beating them up and...
Okay. You, I cut you off. Go ahead. Sorry.
I didn't. You didn't.
Oh. You bonded with RJ quite quickly. If you're only in there a couple weeks and he's
yeah. I mean, he
telling you
was
all this.
He was really nice to me, and it makes me sad if he's involved in whatever's happening down there. But yeah, I mean, I was close with him quickly. I mean, I even tried sending him letters to Hennepin a few times, but the faculty wrote me back and said he wasn't there anymore. I really liked him. He struck me as a very interesting and all-around polite person to talk to, and he listened when I talked, and I don't know, he never struck me as a particularly bad person. Even when he told stories, it was never about what he did.
So when he was telling these stories, these unjust stories about beatings and murders and robbings, and How did he seem about it? Was he passionately and happy to share these stories with you, or?
Like I said, it was like he was bragging, but it's not about like what he did. He was bragging about, I don't know, his friends.
Did he was proud of his involvement, but did he ever say why or what he was gaining from his involvement with this?
Money.
Primarily money.
He said that he was making a lot of money, and he wasn't opposed to the work.
When I recall his house, from my memory, and compared to, my trailer houses around town, does it seem something of, at least a little bit of wealth?
It could strike you as a multi-family home if he renovated it.
Okay. So it's good size.
Yeah.
Peter, are you from the area? From Minnesota?
I'm from Minnesota, yeah. But I haven't lived here for a long time.
Did you and RJ ever bond over any familiar locations?
He used to talk about the places that he's been, because he went to Chicago, and I've never been there, and I wanted to know, what it was like in a big city like that, and he told me about that. He said he went to Madison, Wisconsin. He said he was originally from... I don't remember what he said. But somewhere in, the greater area at least. I think near Chicago, or maybe Twin Cities, or... I don't remember. He said he was from... I can't think. He said he went to Pittsburgh, too. I had questions about Pittsburgh.
And if you dig real deep down, could you remember any specific details about any one of the stories he told you about, specifically any of the crimes that he was bragging about that somebody else pulled off?
I'm sorry.
That's fine.
When you guys, when he was there with you, did he have any hobbies?
He would read a lot.
Oh, okay. Do you remember what books he would read?
Well, like I said, we only knew each other for a couple weeks, but when I first met him, he was finishing Flowers for Algernon.
Okay. Did he paint at all?
Yes, he did paint.
He was a painter.
He tried to get his hands on paint supplies when he was in there, but the commissary there obviously didn't have any. So what we actually ended up doing was we tried to round up a bunch of ballpoint pens to try and get the ink out, because he seemed to have some sort of artistic ability. Like I said, he was a very multifaceted man, and to me, he was just such a blast to talk to. He was smart. I really hope he didn't do what you guys are saying he did.
You ever say what he wanted to paint?
No,
Just like
I never really looked that closely. It wasn't like he did it in private or anything, but...
When he would talk about his friends, did he ever talk about any women?
Come to think of it, I don't think that he's ever mentioned a woman to me during that time.
Children?
No.
Did he ever tell stories about his friends doing anything to children?
No. That's why whatever's happening down there is surprising to me.
When he was, somewhat bragging to you about his business affairs, did he ever try and talk up anything that he might have described to you as you could not believe it unless you truly saw it? stuff that seems kind of, well, I don't want to say it, but otherworldly?
No, it was all very grounded, I think. And it always seemed to be about things that were done to people who were in the wrong for certain things. I haven't been in prison for a long time, but there's a lot of people here with affiliations to particular gangs. So the idea that I at least got from RJ was that he, or whoever he was with, was acting out in violence against people who were also involved in a violent life. It was never innocence or someone who, at least in his eyes, didn't have it coming.
How did he ever speak about officers or people protecting the law? And
The only thing that he mentioned regarding that was his friends who would get him out. He said judges and other people like that, so I don't know.
Did he ever talk about enemies he may have had?
No. I mean, even in prison, I was the one who talked to him the most, but nobody was out to hurt him or anything like that.
Did he ever mention horses?
No. Hello?
hey, Peter, we're still here. I'm gonna put you on mute for a little bit, and if you can hold for about 2 more minutes.
Sure.
All right, I mute the phone.
Longo looks to you and says, "Look, I know revealing information at the press conference was a risk, but hopefully this is not the last call that we'll get about any of these people involved. I still think it was a really good move."
What do we have on RJ that relates to children?
The pictures.
Those weren't in his possession.
You're right.
The dresses in the storage unit.
Yeah,
The note, too.
the little ones, they'll take care of it.
Yeah,
But
but it's
when you
nothing that was solely in RJ's possession.
The crimes that we're seeking out, they're all related to Bobby, right? Bobby seemingly a guy that he wanted to get rid of, that he was done with.
A bad guy.
Strays from the flock.
I'm not going to entertain the idea that RJ is a good person. If nothing else, he was affiliated with Bobby.
I mean, he was doing some sort of exchange with this Bobby.
Yeah, I know. It's just, what do we have on him at this point?
A storage unit with,
Yeah.
I don't think I need to go further on that. Pictures with Winters.
No, I know he's not.
Everybody else
I know he's not a good
involved
guy.
in this situation. Who is Killer? That is itching my head.
All of his
right
friends'
now.
names. What are all of his friends' names?
Nothing comes back to a killer or
Lino is the nickname of Chris Malachi, or Malaki. And Donis is Luca Iodonis.
that's the Greek guy.
Yeah. You mentioned they're two different people, so it's not this Greek guy is this killer, right? So we're getting.
Yeah.
You mentioned two different people. This Greek guy
this
and then a
Killer
Yeah,
could potentially be Lino.
could be Lino.
Yeah, it could be the Chris.
Did he say what kind of
Malachi.
books he was reading?
Killer Chris Malachi.
He said flowers for Algernon.
It could be Sean Gassman. Could be killer. Bobby Tillman could be killer.
But Sean Gosman got killed.
Doesn't mean he was.
What, you ain't never killed and got killed before?
Yeah,
Live by the sword, die by the sword, brother.
every killer gets got.
We don't know if he was using a nickname to talk about a woman.
Yeah, could have been Marsha.
What we can do is run that through a database. Known aliases. I know killer is vague, but
Yeah, do we want to get somebody on that?
yeah. Yeah, I'll put Gaines on it.
Do we want to mention or ask anything about the Greek language, Greek words? Did he himself ever say Opsagos? Does that ring a bell?
Yeah, we can ask him that.
Yeah.
That doesn't hurt.
You hear Peter Pena humming on the other end.
Is it in our own, like, would it be fucked up for us, or like, can we just find out in general, like, why is this guy in jail forever?
You could look it up here at the station.
Can I look it up right now?
Yeah, if you want to take like 5 minutes to try
5
and
minutes,
go through.
yeah.
No, you wouldn't have access to that. NWRCC, it's on the other side of the state.
I mean, this guy's not going anywhere.
Drugs. We could ask him about drugs. Right? I don't know, Sean Gossman, COPD meds, Bobby Tillman, COPD meds. That could be something. Nancy is taking pills, right?
See if he tried to go to the dock in prison, try to get anything specific.
Yeah.
Just like the art supplies.
Mhm.
Maybe they didn't have something specific for him.
Longo speaks up. Look, also keep in mind, the guy only knew him for about 2 weeks, so
Yeah.
we could be doing other stuff too. Don't try and squeeze blood from a stone.
Yeah. Okay. I like nod to him like he's right. The guy said he's a peanut brain anyway. Unmute the phone. Hey Peter.
Hey,
I think we got maybe 2 more questions for you, maybe a little more, but so one is any talk about drugs from RJ?
yeah, that's what he was locked up for.
Just pot. He never mentioned taking drugs or
No, he never mentioned taking drugs, but I never really asked.
okay. And I looked to Jerry about question number 2. Like,
Did he ever mention anything about any other languages? Did he ever speak any other languages? Any weird words? Anything like that?
I heard him have a conversation with another inmate, and I think they were speaking Spanish. I remember asking him about it, and he knows a couple languages.
Okay. Did he ever tell you what languages he speaks?
He did, but I don't remember.
Okay.
I just remember Spanish.
all right, Peter. I look around the table. I look at Longo if he has anything.
He gives you a nod.
Thanks for calling in. You sure helped us out. And if we think of anything, we're gonna give you a call.
All right, I'm going to hand you back over to Warden Foster.
All right. Thanks again, Peter.
Mm-hmm. You hear commotion on the other side of the line, like someone sitting up from a chair, a door closing, and then footsteps towards. You hear the phone get picked up. Was that helpful for you guys?
It was helpful enough.
Okay.
I think I could say.
All right. Like I said, he's a good kid, but a little slow.
Yeah.
We could. What's he in for?
Double homicide. He murdered both his parents and cut off their heads.
Yikes.
Reason behind it?
Like I said, there's... my best guess would be that he was kicked in the head by a horse. Little slow. The only thing that saved him from the chair. Well, if you need to reach out, feel free to call. But like I said, we are kind of busy here.
Do you know if this RJ, he was transferred after this 2 weeks, or he switched cellmates?
You'd have to ask Hennepin.
Got it.
All right, Wayne. Thanks for the call. Appreciate you following through with Peter.
Yep, no problem. Take it easy, fellas. Good luck.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Click.
Okay. So we can assume RJ painted those portraits.
Yeah.
We know he knows multiple languages now. Killer and Greek guy were dangerous, according to RJ.
Footsteps down the stairs of the VCU as Dwayne Gaines makes his approach. Longo had me run Killer through the alias database, and I got like 100 results, guys.
Yeah, let's see him.
You want me to print them?
Yeah, could you?
Mm-hmm.
All right, you got it. Goes back upstairs.
I can't get over this this other nagging theory that we think there's. I think that I keep getting this one-track mind that there's this one organization, right? But there's prevailing theories. We still think he got nabbed, or at least it was set up like that. Who took him? Why? I'm still under the impression that Marcia doesn't know everything. She was the one that told us straight to your two faces that Bobby didn't smoke. Why would she say that if we think that somebody set him up? If she was just trying to further the thing into us thinking.
There was a lot of time between him being in prison, between all this happening. So, yeah, you're like, any alliances with the organization that he could have had could have totally been severed, and he could have been sought after.
Mm-hmm.
Did Lang finish that search of the funeral homes back in Chicago?
You're not sure. You haven't checked in with him about that, because it seems like whatever he was doing got kind of derailed.
Sure.
Gaines comes back with a stack of paper, maybe about 6 inches tall. So these are everybody in the NCIC database that has the alias Killer. There's 122 of them.
Are there any names attached to the nickname?
Some of them are,
Okay.
but it's a lot of John Does.
Okay. Are there any of, and I hand him a list of all of RJ and Bobby's friends.
Yeah, I got them alphabetized here. Hold on.
Sure. Sean Gossman.
Nope.
There's no way they have a name on this.
Lucas Iodonis, Chris Malaki,
Nope. No.
Marcia Tillman,
Nope.
Bobby Tillman.
Nope.
No Curtis Collins in there, is there?
No.
Anything specific around?
Yeah, if you want to give me things to narrow it down, I might be able to. Areas of operation, or maybe even if you have known associates.
Yeah, anything 65, a little after 65.
Yeah, there's a couple here.
I guess narrowing it down to the Pittsburgh, Chicago, Madison, Minneapolis area.
Okay. Skin color?
Any.
I don't think it matters.
Any.
Yeah, still got about 50 of them here.
How many of them, any known addresses on these?
Yeah, some of them have known addresses.
Anything close to town?
No, doesn't look like it.
How many you got if you throw out the John Does?
About 23. Most of these guys got multiple aliases too.
How about an Arthur Gossman?
No Gossman.
Can I see that stack you got of the 50?
Sure. He hands them over.
I split them up between the four of us.
Sure.
See if there's anything that catches anybody's eyes. Looking for dates, places, names we've run across, obviously.
Okay. You start going through. And Gain says, in the meantime, you want me to get back on that search for missing kids? I got the database up now if there's someone else you want me to check on before I go back into doing that.
I'm okay. I don't know about you guys, but I can't think of any kids right now.
Have we ever looked up any of these other two guys? This Chris Malaki or this Lucas Iodonis? Have we ever looked into them?
How else would we look into them?
See if they came up in the database. See if they're arrested for anything else.
If we do, how long would it take to look them up in the database?
I just gotta make one search.
Can you go ahead and do that?
Yeah, what? Lucas
Iodonis, the Chris Malachi, or the I guess Dushan Gossman as well.
Okay, I'll be right back.
Sure, yeah, we've looked into RJ and Bobby.
Yeah.
So, some time passes, you guys are beginning to go through that stack. Rather quickly, what becomes apparent and you guys have specified the criteria that you're going through to me. A lot of these guys seem to be mostly organized crime. Nicknames like this, we're talking gang affiliations, right? This is really where the heart of this database is based off of, is gang activity and stuff like that. Nothing sticks out to you immediately after, say, 15 minutes. Gaines comes back. So, nothing on Lucas Iodonis. Sean Gossman was shot dead in Madison, Wisconsin in 1969. Chris Malaki, he actually has a file here. He's deceased, shot dead in Madison, Wisconsin in 1969 as well. Alias is Lino, known associates, Chicago Outfit, Cleveland Crime Family, Buffalino Crime Family, and La Rocca Crime Family.
Anything specific on this this case? Because we looked through the Sean Gossman and seemed pretty bare bones.
Yeah,
they didn't investigate much.
They don't even have a case number listed here.
How do they have his known associates then?
Well, it seems that he got locked up even prior to that, and also he was implicated in a couple of interrogations, it says, but like I said, there's not a lot that's actually specified here.
Talk about any cases that stuck?
For him?
The cases that he was brought in for questioning for?
No. And what I mean is that other people were interrogated that mentioned him. The more I'm working in this database, it seems like a spider web of connections to connections and different interviews that implicate other people in certain things. It's really interesting stuff. I don't know why we don't use this more.
Fuck you, Gaines.
Fuck. Can you go upstairs and look up Marcia Tillman?
Sure. He runs back upstairs.
How did we never look up that name?
I don't know.
It's the one thing that has been in my head nonstop. You guys looked up Lucas Iodonis, but you didn't look up Chris Malaki. This was like 20 sessions ago. Gaines comes back. Nothing on Marcia Tillman. I went ahead and ran Bobby Tillman too, and there wasn't anything.
All right. Show me what you're looking at on this database. This web.
Sure. Come take a look.
All right. And I want to spend the time, I guess, in the next hour that we have before our man comes,
Mm-hmm.
to see if I can make any type of connections here.
For what?
For dates with this like 65 crime ring getting taken down. Mainly what I'm looking for is a connection directly to Chris with I guess around that 65 timeline where I can make a connection to somebody else that I can speak to.
Okay. You start going through that.
Yeah, looking at why he's so associated with these type of people, and if I can make any connections to what we see already with what we've heard from Duke and what we know RJ has gotten into.
Do me a favor. Roll law, bureaucracy, or computer science.
Going to roll
And what are you guys doing during this?
bureaucracy.
Would you like to use a program point?
Well, the dice are already on the table. That's an 85 on a 45.
Gotcha. You're going through that.
Either you guys want to... I mean, we got pictures of the paintings, but I kind of want to go just pick up the paintings from
Me too. Yeah.
RJ's house.
Yeah.
Sure.
Jerry, you want to take a ride?
Yeah. Let's go.
All right, let's hit it.
Okay. Roy, are you going with him?
Didn't Weiss Clay have paintings too?
Yes, but they weren't.
Not the same.
No, they were like.
They had signatures on them?
Yeah, they were like they were
Okay.
like store bought fucking cheapo paintings.
Did Marsha in her trailer?
Marsha didn't have a trailer.
Yeah, we'd never been there.
Not Marsha. Jesus Christ. There's so many names. The other woman.
That other bitch.
Can I?
Nancy.
Lang's
Shut up,
back
on,
with
bitch.
the baby or with the kid, right?
Yeah, he's on his desk.
All right. Yeah, I'll stay back and I'll talk to Lang.
Okay.
Yeah.
And he's at his desk. Laura's sitting next to him.
Okay, I walk up and I'm like, "Hey, Lang," and I wave at Laura. "Hey, Laura,
Hey, Sarge.
how you doing?"
I'm alright. Can I do anything for you, Sarge?
Yeah. How's she doing? Does she really know what's going on? with
She
her?
has no idea.
Do you want us to pull her from me and you can finally get on your own? I know you've been keeping busy with her for quite some time.
No, it's okay. She's in good spirits with me, I think. She trusts me.
Are you holding up alright?
He gives you a long look. And you can see, if you didn't notice it before, bags under bags under bags. And he's just like staring through you. I'm tired, Sarge. This is fucked up. And whatever's going on, people are getting pulled into it that don't deserve to be. Like her. Her life is... I don't know.
No,
It's just a lot. Okay, and I want to help, and I want to get this done, and I need to keep working, and I need to do what needs to be done. So if there's anything you need from me, Sarge, just say the word.
Roy, like, gives a smirk, and he says, "I have two things to say. First thing is a question.
Shoot.
Did you complete that search on funeral homes in Chicago?
I did.
Anything?
Nothing.
Nothing. Even with the goddamn Minnesota license
Look,
plates on them.
Sarge, I don't know if you need me to say this, but I do not think that it was a legitimate funeral service. I can keep looking if you want, but...
No, not needed. Thank you. You looked long and hard for that, and I appreciate it. How many hours have you been working? That was the second thing I needed to say.
I stopped counting after 72.
Okay, you were relieved for double that. Okay?
No. He shakes his head. Please, please, please let me keep
Lang,
working. If I make a misstep, if I do anything to affect you in a negative way, then yeah, but I haven't thus far, and I will not. So please.
I won't feel good about myself unless you at least get 8 hours of sleep.
I will get 8 hours of sleep tonight. Keep me on shift. End of my shift, I'll go home, I'll go to sleep. I promise. But please do not take me off, because I don't think that I've shown...
You should hit him.
I don't think that I have shown any semblance of a misstep or a mistake.
You haven't.
So then please trust me, and please understand that sleep is the last thing that I need right now.
Oh, this guy, this guy needs to be the fucking chief of police of Minnesota. God damn it. You know there's a new lieutenant position opening up.
Is it just you talking to him right now?
Yeah.
Fuck, man. I whisper, because the girl's right there.
I know that I'm kind of on babysitting duty, but it seems like Longo just posted people in a bunch of different spots. I had one of the day shift guys relieve me from my spot at the hospital to bring Laura here. If you want me to go to one of those lookout spots, or if you want me back at the hospital, just say the word. I'm there.
Look, I agree that this girl does not deserve to be in the middle of this. She should be at home with her, or in the hospital celebrating a newborn baby brother with her mom. What are your thoughts about Nancy?
I think out of everything that I have overheard her say, even in any interactions that she's had with you that I have listened to, she's a mother. And now she's a grieving mother, maybe for 2 kids.
I pull out the confession paper and I say, do you think that you can get her to sign this?
I can try.
And you're okay with this?
Yeah, I mean, if it moves the case along, yeah.
I hand it to Lang. And I say, when you can get back in there, present it to her. However, I trust your judgment. However you see fit.
I'll bring Laura with me because she still hasn't seen her mom yet.
Okay. Thanks, Lang.
Thanks, Sarge.
I walk away, and I whisper, this guy needs a promotion.
So, with new instructions given to Officer Aaron Lang, 2 members of the VCU on their way back to Ronald Jordan Quinnan's home, and another one behind a desk, click-clacking on a keyboard, that is where we're going to pick up next session.
Thanks for listening to this episode of LFVCU, a Nasty Table production.